the f*** was you thinking? Let's get it over with.
We are making a difference, and we need to keep doing so until we get a response. So far, the only response to Ark trying to exploit its loyal fanbase with its greedy publisher Snail Games has been from Jat, who said Unreal Engine 5 is costing more than we thought, when Jeremy originally claimed it was going to be free. This isn't enough of a response, Wildcard. Look at the outcry. Snail's stock is dropping rapidly, and so are the Steam reviews. Every news outlet and every content creator are talking about how bad this is. And for all we know, some of it might be rampant speculation. But if you stay silent, we don't know what is true and what is not. And this is what fuels the flames of the firestorm that's ripping through Ark and its legacy.
What the f*** was you thinking? Let's get it over with.
This controversy has spread far beyond the Ark community now, with every news outlet covering how poor of a release this is and how scummy this practice is, and many content creators as well.
There's a lot of companies out there that just aren't very good, and they do some very shady things, none more so than in the gaming industry. And here we have one of the prime examples of this exact concept, Snail Games, which is the parent company of Studio Wildcard, the developers who made Ark Survival Evolved, and of course they also released Atlas, which at the time was a massive controversy. But this one just takes the cake. This is so ridiculous, it would never have been something that could have came to my mind.
All Wildcard really need to say at this point is, hey, we're revising it, we're looking into other ways we can deliver this. That would make everyone at least happy and patiently waiting for a statement, instead of just expecting nothing, which is what it seems is happening at this point. It's been over 5 days since the announcement.
Today, it's time to talk about Ark Survival Evolved, or as maybe some people will call it, Ark Survival Devolved, because they've had quite the funny situation happen. So Ark 2 has been delayed. There's going to be a new version of Ark 1, and the not new version of Ark 1 is having its official support, including official servers, be ended, with them instead asking people to pay for Ark 1 Remastered.
At this point, it makes no sense that Wildcard has not made a statement. The only theory that I can come up with is Snail Games, their publisher, is keeping them firmly under NDAs in discussion of what they want to do.
I don't know what it is about early 2023, but it feels to me that more game publishers are attempting to speedrun their reputations into utter oblivion. Whereas in the past, the gaming industry, which has always been shady as largely kept to the shadows with their true intentions, well, now it feels like the studios just got back from their annual How to Openly Screw Over Your Customers convention and are fully invested into trying to one-up each other in a round robin of hold my beer.
The longer they wait to make a statement, the worse this is getting, and the more content creators and news outlets are getting onto this topic and asking why. Why would Wildcard come up with such a crazy idea? At this point, they're really just speed-running self-destruction, and I don't know why. I would say, as I've put many times, that this is to do with Snail Games.
You see the game come out, but now what they're saying is Ark 1 is getting a next-gen upgrade, which you're gonna have to pay for.
So, I've covered it in my previous video. We all know that this is probably coming down from Snail Games, whose stock has been tanking since they went public on the stock market, and they're scrambling to make some profit, as I believe Ark the animated series is becoming hard for them to sell. But all Wildcard need to do is come out and say, hey, yeah, we're in some trouble here, guys. You know, we need some money to fix it. The other ways they can make money, and the community is all for this, is using skin economy. We've all wanted skin economy in Ark for the longest time, and it would save them from doing such a shady practice. I think it's very valid with all this criticism coming Wildcard's way to give them an idea of what the community wants. And I think what the community want is to see what they're buying with Ark 2 first. We want to actually see the product that we're buying before we're forced into purchasing it. I would propose that we get the Unreal Engine 5 upgrade as a separate product to Ark 2. And the Unreal Engine 5 upgrade could still cost money. Just own up to the mistake before you come out and state like you have. And it seems like the Unreal Engine 5 update will have skin economy.
And a skins tab will keep the skins from cluttering up your inventory and likely give you access to them on the fly, which is also really cool. Possibly we could see microtransactions with Survival Ascended, which a lot of people don't like, but I think a skin shop similar to like what Rust has, especially if they, involve the community in it, would be a really welcome idea. It would give a passive revenue stream so that they wouldn't have to keep making paid DLCs or weird mid-upgrade between Ark 1 and Ark 2 like this to bankroll their company. They need to get with the program that games as a service is the future, and they need to have some sort of passive revenue stream. So I'm kind of hoping the skins tab opens us up to the idea of having microtransaction skins.
So use it, Wildcard. Snail Games, milk us for all we're worth. Let us buy skins to support you. We want to. That is not a scummy thing. The practice you're currently engaged in is the scummy thing. Give us skins like Rust. Please just look at Rust. Engage in practice where you let the customer buy what they want and not force them to buy just to fulfill your bottom line. Be honest with the community. I think that's all we need at this point is some transparency and communication. I think that's the main issue here. And then I think also the issue is paying for the extra DLCs on top of the $50. So I would say separate the two. Give us the option to buy Ark 2 when we see what we're getting and if we want to get it. And just be honest with us, Wildcard, and try and tell us the truth if you can, and Snail Games will let you from under the NDA they've locked you in. And I know Shiha is watching this, and Snail Games, let Wildcard speak. Let them do their job and communicate, because I know you guys lack the understanding of how to have empathy, but Wildcard do not. Let them talk to us, let them be real with us. That's what we need at this point. And until we get to that point, we're going to keep on bringing you down with us. The reason it gets to this state so often with Wildcard and the community is because we don't get heard, they don't communicate with us, and this is the issue. In 2023 in gaming, I believe it's very important for companies to be transparent and communicate with their communities. Ark's new community manager, I can't even remember what her name is. I've never really seen a statement from her in anything, and this needs to change. You've got a community manager for a reason, but don't let them take the brunt of this, please, because they don't deserve that. Years ago I got banned from Ark because I exposed how easy it was to exploit and mesh in this game in single player. The community response was so huge and fast and it got me unbanned very quickly, and I believe you miss 100% shots that you don't take. So let's keep taking this shot at Wildcard until they listen to us, but let's keep it civil and let's keep it aimed at Snail Games, the real culprits I believe behind this. So the call to action today is to get on Ark's Steam page. Warn everybody who's looking to buy Ark not to buy it because that's going to be a legacy game. That game is obsolete at this point, and this is what Nooblis proposed as well.
Survival Evolved now. We should all be good community members and go to Ark's Steam page and warn future purchasers that the game will be closing in a few months, so they should save their money and get the Ark Standard version just before release to make sure it's good and worth it.
So we all need to go across to the Steam page and go to Ark Survival Evolved, put in your Steam review that the corrupt publisher Snail Games is killing this game, and it's not worth buying as Ark 1 is obsolete, just so everyone knows that they should not buy Ark 1 any longer. It only has 4 months left in its run time. I've seen some people make the argument that it's only the official servers closing down, but that doesn't matter. Everyone's going to move across to the new version of Ark. No one's going to be playing the old version once the new one comes out. All the hundreds of dollars we've spent on every DLC that Ark's released is now worth nothing. It's a greedy practice, it's filthy, and it needs to be called out, and we need to do something about it and not let Wildcard and Snail Games get off the hook by waiting us out any longer. Because don't get me wrong, we are excited for what's coming, we are just not happy with how it's delivered.
Height adjustments. And what I'm also hoping for, guys, is that, the enforcement team are going to be all over cheating from the get-go. It's just going to be insanely active, this hope. And it's going to bring some fun PvP and some good content.
So if you guys found this video interesting, and you support the consumer, and hate big companies trying to milk their loyal customers for all their worth and exploiting them, leave a like on this video and subscribe, and check out my other videos talking about how corrupt Snail Games, Ark's publisher, is, and other issues in the community, and sometimes gameplay when the game's in a good state. You guys are legends, thanks for watching, I'll see you guys in the next one.